Good morning. I'm going to try to stick with this, getting us ready for what we're thinking about this coming Sunday. This coming Sunday, we will be talking about Ruth chapter 4. So, yesterday I talked about Ruth chapter 1, verse 1. Today we're talking about Ruth chapter 2, verse 2. Just kind of leading up, getting us prepared for Ruth chapter 4. So, in the story yesterday, um, Naomi and her husband and her two sons moved away from the house of bread because the house of bread was out of bread. They were hungry. They went into enemy territory, and we talked about how shocking it is that it was so bad that they had to go into an enemy land to find food. Today, we're going to talk about Ruth. Ruth is the one that decided to stay with Naomi, so she's back in Israel. She's a Moabite. She's a foreigner, and she's got to figure out a way to feed her family, to feed herself. And so the story says in Ruth chapter 2 that the Moabite foreigner said to Naomi, "I'm going to work. I'm going to work. I'm sitting in my office today working." There's something about work that's just some people get lucky, some people work hard, and some people work hard, and because they work hard, the luck kind of finds them. It happens in the process. And so I would say to you, go to work. It's a big deal that you go to work. Here's a slide from tips that I do for homeowners. And it's just the tip. This slide is the H in home ownership. It's just hustle at work, hustle at daily exercise, hustle at education. As I see that hustle at daily exercise, I get a little convicted because I'm playing ball a little bit, but I'm not getting as many daily exercise, events in. But hard work should get you pay increases. Hard work, and you say, but it doesn't. I've worked really hard and nobody respects me, and they take me for granted. Don't let it change your mindset. You got to stick with it. Right thinking is more important than you know. So stick with it. Keep going. But she says, I'm going to work. I'm going out to glean among the sheaves. What this means is she was going out to work behind people who had already worked. So she was going out into fields where the harvest had already happened, and she was going to pick up the scraps. I think about people that are in a bad time because of a pandemic or because of whatever life circumstances, and they're out digging for scrap metal in the woods and asking people if they could dig for scrap metal in their backyard, and they're just looking for metal to take to the junkyard, to the metal place, and gather up some money. So that's what they're doing. They're working. So go to work, do whatever it takes. You say, I'm in a bad circumstance, things aren't good, and I'm just going to lay in the bed. Well, that's the mistake. That's a mistake. However bad your situation is, just get out there and work anyway. And for Ruth in this scenario, she said, I'm going to follow after some harvester who will treat me kindly. There's something about positive expectation. She just expected somebody to treat her kindly. Maybe she was a beautiful woman. Maybe she was a hard worker. Maybe those things just kind of added up in her favor. But I would say that there's something about getting up and going to work, doing whatever it takes, and then that kind of creates its own luck. And you say, oh, Josh, I don't believe that. Well, maybe it doesn't. Maybe that's not always the case. Maybe you've had it bad every step of the way, and I'm sorry, and I hate that, and that's not fair. But at the same time, maybe if your attitude is, I'm going to go to work, I'm going to do whatever it takes, and I'm going to hope and look for somebody to help me and treat me kindly, and I want to help somebody else along the way, maybe it will work. Maybe somebody will treat you kindly. That's what happened with Ruth. She got up, she worked hard, she was just doing the best she could, even though her circumstances weren't great, and she was just hoping that somebody would treat her kindly, and they did. Now, if that doesn't happen for you, I'm sorry. But maybe if you wake up today and you go at it today and you go to work and you do whatever it takes and you say, maybe somebody will treat me kindly today, maybe it will. Maybe today will be your day. Tonight is your night, bro. It reminds me of that song in Twins when Danny DeVito keeps singing to Arnold Schwarzenegger, tonight is your night, bro. Tonight is probably not the exact talk we should have for this kind of a spiritual conversation, but that's what came to my mind. Anyway, getting ready for Ruth chapter 4. See you next time.